out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Friday, they'll be playing against Alperen Sengun and the Houston Rockets. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. Interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, at the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward. Oh, there's hope in the smell of hardwood in the air, Tim, which means it's time to tip off a new NBA season.
Yeah, Kevin, the excitement is in the air because it counts starting tonight. We heard all the previews, new faces, new places. We're through the preseason. Now we finally get to see how it's going to play out.
So glad you joined us. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It is great to be here, Kevin. Can't wait.
Shot clock at 6. High post Vucevic. A second chance effort. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Pistons ball.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And making a statement right away. Letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Cunningham against Giddey. Cunningham outside. The 10-footer. It's rebounded by Giddey. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
Buzelis showing a little bit of everything with that quick release.
And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll see you to the foul line quite a bit, but that's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Chicago is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic, and it's blocked.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duren flat out, a brick wall around the rim.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here's Vucevic. Pass to Buzelis. Now Dosunmu. Lock at 6. Vucevic is screen on Thompson. Here's Dosunmu. Duren pulls it in.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Harris inside. Defended by Dosunmu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
That's a really nice job that time, drawing the defense in. Harris earning that whistle.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game right now. That's good from Harris. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons can finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside. And you know what you've got to respect about a guy like Harris? He has been in a lot of different uniforms over the course of his career, but he's been productive everywhere he's been.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
Now, Ivy. Pass to Duran. And then shaken down as he goes right over to Vucevic.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is just nasty right there by Duran.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Outside, White. Bulls moving the ball around. Now here's Vucevic, defended by Duran.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Cunningham.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Right side, White. No good, unable to end this run. Pistons leading by 6. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Pass to Duran. Cunningham for 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Well, Chicago is gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And here's White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
First one falls for him. All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit. There's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Here's Ivy. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, wow. Ivy showing you great touch.
It's stolen by Duran. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. The shot by Ivy, no good. Bulls trail by 6. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForge, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, guys. Kate Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back to you guys.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Chicago making some changes. Smith checked in for Buzelis, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Dosunmu. Then for the Pistons, Robinson comes in for Asar Thompson, and it's LeVert in for Ivy. .119 left in the first. Pass to Huerter. Here's White. Oh, good on the triple. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here is Cunningham. And here is Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. 5 on the clock. Latrey. Rebound by Smith. They play the clock right. They go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Herter against Harris. From 6 feet. No good off the back of the rim. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Down low. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Now here's Giddey. Nothing on the board. Vucevic down low. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And so is Detroit in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Well, that has to be intimidating. They're erasing easy looks, and they're changing perimeter shots as well.
Trey Jones out there with Terry. Then it's Kevin Herter. Then it's Collins. And it's Smith in at the power forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Caris LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
Sasser finds Robinson. Over to the left wing. Now Sasser. Back to Stewart. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Herter. The 3. Terry outside. Outside Collins. From deep, Herter. Rebound, Detroit. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Sasser with it, defended by Jones. Pistons passing it around. Here's Sasser. They get it back. LeVert with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Pass to Jones. They need this one, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Caris LeVert. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here with the hustle stats for the Pistons.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Jalen Smith. Dosumu, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's White in for Terry. He misses the free throw. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And he sinks the second. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Well, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Here's Durant. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls making a switch here. Collins is checked in. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Fourth, Cade Cunningham.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Jones looking for an opening. Outside, White. Collins setting the pick for White. Inside. And finished off by Collins.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Durant.
And if Durant decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference.
Pass to Ivy. Spins. The rebound by Dosunmu. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Buzelis. He's covered by Thompson. And here we go, Thompson.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Outside Collins. On the wing, Dosunmu. Collins a screen on Robinson. Here's Dosunmu. That shot misses. Great defense that time from Durant. Now the Pistons with it. They're on an 11-3 run. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here is Robinson. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Now, here's Dosunmu, guarded by Robinson. Collins kicks to Jones. Collins a screen on Cunningham. Jones dishes to Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, the Pistons had some decisions to make this summer, with some of their veterans hitting free agency.
And with Cade Cunningham making All-NBA and earning that raise, a tighter squeeze financially, not easy to keep a high-performing team together.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Jones.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You'll love to see it.
Ivy finds Thompson. Now, here's Cunningham. To the inside. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Giddey against Cunningham. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Cunningham passes to Durant. Got it up. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Takes an incredible amount of focus and concentration. That's making the most of the possession.
And so is Detroit, with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan F-court shots. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shots. One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Chicago Bulls.
If you can't stop anybody, you can't win. It's just that simple.
Yeah, the game's been completely one-sided, and we promised our viewers a good contest. And now, an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. This question comes from BSmooth94 asking, which one of you three is the best liar? I'll take this one, fellas. BSmooth, none of us have ever told a lie.
Ooh, he's good.
Very convincing.
See, but now I don't know whether to believe you guys, though. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Asar Thompson.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Let's go courtside, and there's some news on Vucevic. What's the situation, Allie?
Thank you. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Chicago. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Though it'll take some time to fully recover from this injury, the staff has given him the green light to play on it. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Well, he certainly didn't envision his season going like this, but it happens to the best of them, and now it's all about how you respond to it.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. And it's Duran in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
and using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point. Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Now, here's Cunningham. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
The numbers now for Nikola Vucevic. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 18 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
Yeah, controlling the boards helps your team in so many ways. You get those extra possessions. You can dictate the flow of the game, things like that.
And so Cunningham nails both of them. Tim, you know, you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I've played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
A defensive tone setter, that's Asar Thompson. He shadows his man with relentless determination, but his game right before his, Tim, don't you think, is expanding in every way?
Oh, he's got immeasurable impact defensively, blocks, steals, deflections, always a disruptor. He's still a little bit foul prone, but I think as he starts to get a reputation in this league as an elite defender, he is going to be scary.
Now here's White to the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
And you get the sense that guys are still trying to figure out how to guard Buzelis.
The Bulls have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Pass to Ivy. And here is Duran. Cunningham outside. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
White, bounce pass. Dosunmu with it. Hasn't made one yet.
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here. Coming off a terrific season. 4th in assists. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Ivy with a screen for Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
That's the kind of athlete Cunningham is. He gets up fast and throws it down.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Giddey against Cunningham. From downtown, it's all in by the Bulls. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Guarded by Harris and stolen by Ivy. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. It's rebounded by Giddey. takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the Pistons. Cunningham outside. Back to Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Well, Cunningham is confident running these sets. He just knows how to break down the defense.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Now here's White, and Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
Yeah, physically they are being overwhelmed in the paint right now. That can be hard to fix because it's a personnel issue.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for White. And a switcher also for Detroit. LeVert's checked in. Here's Buzelis. 5 points in the game. Now Huerter. Vucevic a screen on LeVert. Huerter kicks to Vucevic. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Inside, Duran. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been. And it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Huerter, no good. Pistons leading by 14. LeVert from outside. It's rebounded by Giddey. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The Pistons have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And here's Ivy. Over Giddey. They grab their own miss. Harris passes to LeVert. Now here's Ivy. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And before his untimely injury, Jaden Ivey, Craig, was blossoming in his 3rd season.
Yeah, his shooting touch showed tremendous improvement. Great to see him back on the court. And still plenty of time to deliver on his potential.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Jalen Smith comes in for Buzelis. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart's checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Ashar Thompson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for LeVert. For the Pistons, Reed comes in for Holland. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Ivy. White against LeVert. Shoots over White. And it's LeVert missing. Bulls trail by 16. Outside, Jones. Pass to Huerter. Smith with a screen on Robinson. From deep, Huerter. And again, Chicago turns it over.
Yeah, he was surprised by that. I don't think he knew the pass was for him.
And so is Detroit in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Collins. Kobe White is out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Herter in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Pass to Stewart. Fires the 3. And Jones pulls it down. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. Here's Jones. Outside Collins. Herter against Robinson. Collins setting the pick for Herter. Just 5 to shoot. And finished off by Collins.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Now, here's Cunningham. And they double up Cunningham. Stewart with the screen on White. To the paint. And the rejection by Collins. Outside, Jones. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Herter. D right on him. Smith kicks to Herter. And that one drops for him. Cunningham with it. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. LeVert finds Cunningham. Six on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Here's White. And he banks in the lane.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
It's time for Dance Dance. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us the move.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Jalen Smith. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Kevin Herter. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Trey Jones. And a different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson is checked in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Karis LeVert.
And this team really counts on Duren for exactly that. Securing misses and then immediately taking it back up.
Pass to Buzelis. And Vucevic kicks to Giddey. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Over Cunningham. Off the left rim and out. And it's Harris with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. And Chicago has possession following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Giddey, no one around him. Here's Vucevic. That one, no good. Good D by Thompson. Detroit leading by 13. On the wing, Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, that's really smart that time. Harris did not give the defense any time to adjust.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Here's Giddey. Duren pulls it down.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots. And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
White looking around. Knocks down the three.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Vucevic, a screen on Ivy. Vucevic outside. And get the three.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Now Cunningham. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Now here's White, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. And stolen by Ivy.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Pistons.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jalen Duren.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Tobias, congratulations on the win. Do you sense this team is building good chemistry?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is us continuing to find our identity. And what we are learning is we're a great team once we get stops. And once we're able to run, get out of transition, we just continue to find each other's similarities and our personalities as we play together.
Guys, as the year goes on, they continue to get closer.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Duren.